Meat and meat products are one of the traditional foodstuffs of Mongolians. During recent years, Mongolians have become more interested in consuming food that is easy to cook, full or semi-processed, time-saving and neatly packaged. These kind of products sell very fast and are in high demand in Mongolia. In this movie, we would like to introduce you to the production of high-quality sausage in small or medium-sized factories. How to prepare the meat. Meat has to be prepared before making a sausage. Mutton, goat meat, beef, horse and camel meat or pork meat can be used for making sausage. Meat mincers have two types of plates, with 4mm or 6mm diameter holes. Meat is ground by a mincer with 4mm hole plates. This time, we're picking 10 kilograms of meat. The proper ratio is 70% of meat against 30% of fat. In other words, 7 kilograms of meat and 3 kilograms of fat. Adding more fat reduces the quality of the sausage. Extra fat usually seeps out through the casing, making the sausage look greasy and difficult to handle. 10 kilograms of meat needs 25 grams of smoking salt. Salt consists of nitrate salt, 15%, and common salt, 85%. This mix must then be stored for 12 to 24 hours at temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius. The minimum time needed for storing is 12 hours. During this time, spices and flavouring should never be mixed with the meat. Mixing of spices prematurely will result in a bitter taste. How to prepare spices. Spices for 10 kilograms of meat consist of the following ingredients: white pepper, 100 grams, ginger, 50 grams, red pepper, 50 grams, mustard, 50 grams, caraway, 50 grams, and star anise, 50 grams. In addition to that, 17 grams of soy protein needs to be added for every kilogram of meat. 1 litre of milk will also be added to 10 kilograms of meat, so the total weight of the meat will reach 11 kilograms. 11 kilograms of meat would require 187 grams of soy protein. The total weight of all ingredients is 350 grams, and they are suitable for 10 kilograms of meat. For 5 kilograms of meat, the amount of spices has to be reduced by half. These ingredients must be mixed completely together before use. Only now the spice is ready to go. The ingredients of the spice contain very little amount of chemical substances and have natural flavours. Producers may add other ingredients to get any flavours they want. For example, cheese can be added. Besides that, 1 litre of frozen milk should be ready to be mixed. Sausage becomes softer and more delicious with milk. How to prepare a casing. Intestines need to be cleaned and washed before meat can be stuffed into them. Some producers use artificial casings, but it is better to use sheep or goat intestines that contain no chemicals. Sausage with natural casings can be consumed with the skin. Goat intestines have a number of disadvantages. They are narrow and can be easily torn during stuffing. Therefore, it's better to use sheep intestines, which are more durable. Cattle intestines are thicker and have a better quality, but it's inconvenient to use them for daily purposes. Intestines need to be cleaned before they are salted and looped. Intestines are cleaned usually by flushing with water. Also, intestines need to be checked for any cuts and holes during cleaning. After cleaning, the intestines are inserted on a meat stuffing machine. Diameter of an outlet must be similar to the intestine diameter. It's more convenient to work with wet intestines. How to mix spices. Minced meat is stored for 12 to 24 hours and then put in a mixer. Spices are sprinkled over meat and the mixing process begins. Spices are added slowly during the mixing process. Later, milk is added and mixed with the meat. Water is constantly added during mixing. 700 grams of water is enough for 10 kilograms of meat. During this process, you can check the formation of protein by testing the stickiness of the meat. Meat must be sticky enough that it doesn't break into small pieces. If the meat is too dry, add more water. Preparation of meat takes most production time. You need to be very careful during this process. How to stuff meat into casing. When meat is stuffed into casings, leave some space inside the intestines. After the stuffing is finished, the intestines are knotted and there is a risk that too much meat can cause high pressure and break the casing. Sausages can be of any length. It is your choice. After stuffing, sausages are hanged on the wooden bar for maturing. Maturing usually takes 2 hours. Whilst maturing, you need to observe whether or not the colour of the casing changes. How to cook a sausage. The next step is cooking and boiling. Sausages are cooked in the stove in the same position, hanging on a wooden bar. The temperature inside the stove should be between 80 and 90 degrees Celsius. Cooking time depends on the diameter of the sausage. Special thermometers are used to find out if sausages have been completely cooked. If the temperature inside a sausage is 72 degrees Celsius, it is considered to be ready. Ready sausages are immediately immersed into cold water. The water must be very cold. Cooling of sausages extends their preservation time. How to preserve a sausage. After the cooling process, sausages are kept at a normal room temperature. Then you should taste the sausages. Find out if your sausages can be sold to customers or if there is a need to change some ingredients. If you don't apply the proper technology, sausages will have a poor taste, their skin will crumple, and their colour will change. Such sausages have low quality and get spoiled very fast. Vacuum-packed sausages can be preserved for up to 14 days. Without packing, the sausages can be stored for a maximum of 7 days. You can use any spices with sausages. Sausages are consumed in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Sausage is a fully processed product. You can consume it without reheating, but they taste better reheated. You can also consume them in various ways. Introduction of a trainer. Greg Higgins has come to Mongolia by the invitation of Mercy Corps. This is his first visit to Mongolia. He has 30 years of experience in producing meat products. He used to work in France and other European countries. Currently, he organises different types of trainings in many countries on the production of over 60 different types of meat product. He also shares with people his experience on how to prepare different kinds of meat dishes. We shared with you a sausage production technology. Using this technology, you can produce many kinds of sausages. Rural producers lack the proper knowledge and skills to produce sausages. There is always a high demand for these kinds of meat technology trainings and business development support. Rural businesses need highly professional foreign or domestic consultants to provide trainings and consultancies on the spot or at processing plants. This time, we organise training activities at a small rural plant using their equipment.